Hi, it's Betty. I'm back again to go with you among the missing. We're going to travel to the state of Michigan, and this is the story of Vanished in the Snow, the disappearance of Steven Earl Kraft, Jr. It was a bitter Thursday evening in mid-February 2001. The snow-covered streets of Benton Township, Michigan, lay quiet under a fading winter sky. 12-year-old Steven Earl Kraft, Jr., bundled up against the chill, stepped outside around 7 p.m. for what seemed like an ordinary night walking the family dogs. But Steven never came home. No sound of crunching footsteps in the snow, no trace left behind. Just a boy swallowed by the winter shadows, and a mystery that haunts a community to this day. Steven Earl Kraft, Jr. was more than just a name on a flyer. He was a bright, playful kid, slim build, green eyes, sandy brown hair, and a curious spirit that couldn't be contained. Born on January 1st, 1989, Steven was 12 years old when he vanished from the 2100 block of Holly Drive in Benton Township, Michigan. Standing at 5 feet 1 inch to 5 foot 2 inches tall and weighing about 95 to 100 pounds, he was a familiar face in the neighborhood, often seen playing outside or walking his dogs. He had distinctive features, a small red birthmark on the left side of his rib cage. He sometimes went by the nickname Stevie. His friends described him as an adventurous and smart young man, someone who enjoyed exploring. That sense of adventure, however, may have led him into danger on the night of his disappearance. February 15th, 2001. The day was uneventful until the evening hours. Around 7 p.m., Steven left his family's home on Holly Drive, telling his mother he was going to walk his 2 dogs and possibly hang out with a friend. It wasn't unusual for Steven to be out in the neighborhood, even after dark, but this night would be different. He was last seen wearing an aqua and purple Charlotte Hornets jacket, a white, tan, and brown striped t-shirt, tan parachute pants, and black lugs boots. Now, I'm not sure I'm pronouncing the name of the boots correctly. Might be lugs, L-U-G-S, is how they're spelled. The freezing temperatures made it unlikely he would voluntarily stay out all night. When the dogs returned home without Steven, panic set in. Steven was last seen playing with his family's 2 dogs in the 2100 block of Holly Drive in Benton Harbor, Michigan, on February 15, 2001, between 7 and 8 p.m. He was about half a block away from his residence at the time of his disappearance. He's never been heard from again. Steven's mother was preparing dinner while he was out with their dogs and reported his disappearance afterwards. Temperatures in the area were below freezing and remained very cold over the next several days, and Steven was not wearing a hat or gloves. He could not have survived for long outdoors without shelter. His footprints led past an iced-over pond near his home to Benton Haven Ministries on Irving Street, 1 block south of Holly Drive. Late in the evening, 3 days after Steven's disappearance, his older dog, a German Shepherd Chow mix, returned home. The dog apparently led his owners to a nearby pond, but no evidence of Steven's whereabouts was located in the area. The following day, his 6-month-old German Shepherd puppy was located near Blue Creek, 1.5 miles north of Steven's home. Steven completed a 5-day suspension from Hull Elementary School shortly before his disappearance. School administrators stated that he had defended himself against another student during an altercation. Both boys were suspended. Steven is described as a good student, and the incident marked the first time he was disciplined. He was in the 6th grade at the time of his disappearance. His teachers and classmates stated he was a quiet boy who had few friends. He lived on a dead-end street in Benton Harbor with little traffic and was very familiar with the area. Steven has relatives living near his home and was well known to the neighbors. His house was torn down in 2005, and his parents have since moved to Benton Township, Michigan. Authorities searched 4 miles of Blue Creek, as well as the pond behind Harbor Haven Ministries in May 2001, but failed to produce any evidence of Steven's whereabouts. Investigators searched another area of woods near Southwestern Michigan Regional Airport in November of 2002, but no evidence was located. Over the years, law enforcement has received hundreds of leads, some from psychics, some from out-of-state tips, and some from people convinced they had seen Steven. Nothing ever materialized. Investigators have investigated various theories in Steven's case, such as that he was abducted or ran away from home. No clues to his whereabouts have been discovered, and Steven's case remains unsolved. One theory suggested that Steven may have accepted a ride from someone he knew. Another theory revolved around the possibility of foul play by someone in the neighborhood. Despite multiple interviews and even polygraph tests, no suspect was ever arrested. Could Steven have wandered off into the woods and succumbed to the elements? Unlikely. His body was never found, and no physical evidence was ever recovered from nearby areas. Authorities have provided an age-progressive photo of what he might look like at age 25. I'm including it here. Today, Steven is 36 years old. In 2021, 2 decades after his disappearance, the Benton Township Police Department reaffirmed that the case remains open and active. Steven's name is still in national databases, and his case is still treated as a high-priority missing child investigation. As of now, Steven Earl Kraft Jr. remains missing. His case is still unsolved. His physical description has been age-progressed to show what he might look like as an adult. Steven was last seen. Date, February 15, 2001. Location, in the 2100 block of Holly Drive in Benton Township, Michigan. Time, between 7 p.m. and 8 p.m. He was wearing aqua and purple Charlotte Hornets jacket, tan, white, and brown striped t-shirt, tan parachute pants, and black lugs boots. He has a small red birthmark on the left side of his ribcage. He has green eyes and sandy brown hair. He stood between 5'1" and 5'2" tall and weighed 95 to 100 pounds. His case number remains active with both local authorities and national missing children's organizations. Anyone with information is still urged to come forward. More than 2 decades have passed since that cold February night. Steven's disappearance remains one of Michigan's most haunting unsolved cases. No crime scene, no witnesses, no closure. Just a family waiting and a town still wondering. The silence surrounding Steven's case is deafening, but it doesn't mean the search has ended. Somewhere out there, someone knows what happened. And until the truth comes to light, we remember Steven not just as a missing child, but as a story still being written. If you have any information regarding the disappearance of Steven Earl Kraft Jr., please contact the Benton Township Police Department at 269-926-8221 or the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. No tip is too small. You could be the one to help bring Steven home. The information for contacting the authorities will be in the description box below. In this emotionally charged documentary, we delve into the mysterious 2001 disappearance of 12-year-old Steven Earl Kraft, Jr., who vanished without a trace from Benton Township, Michigan, while walking his dogs on a cold February night, with no witnesses, no evidence, and only haunting questions left behind. This case continues to baffle investigators and devastate his family over 2 decades later. Whether you're passionate about unsolved missing persons cases, searching for answers for your own loved one, or driven by a desire to make a difference, this story will move you deeply and renew your commitment to never forget the missing people in our country. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for helping bring Steven home if you know anything about his disappearance. And if you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and/or leave a respectful comment in the comments below. Until next time, bye.